Hey, hi YouTube, how are you? I hope you all guys are doing great. In this video, we are going to see strings in Python. This is going to be a long video. It is going to be a masterclass, and in this slide, you can see what are the things that we are going to study. And definitely, I can say after going through this whole video, I can say I can guarantee you that you can be in a good position where you can tackle any type of string level question. Even in theory as well as in coding level, because lots of time people study the theory but when it comes to coding they fail because the only thing is they don't practice. And who am I am Neeraj. I have been working in Python domain since last 2 years in software industry, and I have taken so many interviews and also I have given so many interviews, so I know what exactly they look. So I will not waste your time. I will just go through the things, the concepts that are really, really important for you to understand and to know. So these are the things that you are going to study. So first we will see the string basics. The first part will be string basics where we are going to see indexing, slashing, and lots of more operations. Then we will see common string methods like strip, replace, split, join, and many more. And in every section, once we will go through the theory, we will also solve some questions so that you can understand or you can reevaluate that whether you are going in a good direction or not. The only thing to understand whether you are going in a good direction in the correct footprints or not is very simple. It's like once you read the theory and once give you a question, then definitely you should be able to solve that question by your own. Even if you are not able to solve that question, just see the video, and then for the next time, you should not be falling in the trap for the same pattern or same question. Then we will see string comparison and immutability, and basically why string is immutable, because yeah, everyone knows string is immutable, but in lots of interviews they ask why actually string is immutable. Then we will see some formatting like format or f strings, which is heavily used in modern software development, and some advanced techniques like is elnam or encoding or character analysis we will go through, and around more than 10 real world coding questions. Real world in terms of what they ask in interviews. Then interview level problems like anagrams, frequency count, and all. And we will know it will know there is no requirement of external libraries. It will be pure Python string mastery. And definitely I will add one mini quiz and tricks to sharpen your string skills, because a lot of time even this type of multiple choice questions or quizzes also comes in your interview level exams or in the theoretical exam. For whom this core or this master classes for Python beginners, students and job seekers, and anyone looking up to level their string handling skills, or maybe if someone is on Java or working with different programming language and they are shifting to Python, and we know we use some data types very heavily like list, dictionary, then we have this string and many more, but string is really really important, so they can also watch this as quick refresher also. Okay, so let's start with the first one, which is string basics. But before that, also, what is the best way is just not look at this video, look this video, and also start coding on your machine. Okay, grab your machine and start coding. Okay, also, I will add. So I will be using VS Code. You can use anything, maybe PyCharm or whatever you want. Okay, and this is just a one-page slide. Okay, so I will be posting this in GitHub. So at the end, I will also show you how we create a repo and push your code, so that you can also push your code. So it is a good practice. So it's not like once you read, once you understand GitHub, then only you will start pushing your code here. Instead, I will show you how I've just created a test account. Okay, so I will show you how you can create repo and push your code. And at the end, I will be also very happy if you um, do some coding, and whatever you have learned, just push it in the in your public repo and put that link in the comment section so that anyone other can also refer. Okay, so let's start with the first one, which will be the basic one. Okay, so First we will see the intro, but before that we should always create a virtual environment. Okay, in this case let me just deactivate it. Okay, so this is how your terminal will look like. If you don't know how to open terminal, I'm using Mac, but you can use anything. Maybe you can use Windows or anything. Okay, you can just go here and open new terminal. Okay, so how we can create a virtual environment? So I am not going too deep in virtual environment. Virtual environment is basically it creates a virtual environment for your project, because there are multiple cases where your project needs some dependencies, some packages, and on the same machine you are also working on a different project for the same. Let's suppose you are using pandas, okay, and for one project you want a different version of pandas, and for another project in the same machine you want a different version of pandas. So you want to segregate that in both environments. So that's why we create virtual environment. So how to create virtual environment, whether it is Mac or Windows or any machine, it's same. Okay, so Python 3 does VNV and just your virtual environment name. Mostly we use .vnv, so it will create a .vnv. Inside this bin, there is a activate folder. In Windows, I think it is in scripts folder. So we have to activate it. Okay, so how we can activate it? In Mac, it's like source. Mine is .venv slash bin slash activate. Okay, so here you can see we are now in our virtual environment. In Mac, sorry, in Windows, you just have to do, I think, venv, your virtual environment name slash script slash activate, I guess. Okay, just let's check it because it's not a huge deal. Okay, so I have created a virtual environment. Now I will create another, the first file, which will be lecture or section 1, I can say, because we are going to cover everything in this one only. Intro. Okay, so intro.py. So this is how a Python file opens. Okay, so what is actually a string? A string is a sequence of characters enclosed in quotes. It can contain letters, numbers, symbols, or even spaces. In Python, strings are immutable. Okay, we will see what actually is immutable. Generally, immutable means it cannot be changed after a creation. Okay, but why it is immutable, we will see in the later section. So how basically it looks like. Okay, I think let me zoom in. Okay, so let's suppose just click double quotes, and if I write Neeraj. Okay, so this is basically a string. Okay, how we can print this string? Simply we can just print this variable. Okay, I think you would be knowing about variables. So this is a variable and it is storing a string. Okay, so if I run this program here, so here you can see we are getting Neeraj, which is the string name. Okay. Mm, 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 mm. Okay, so we got this string printed. Is there any other way to represent string? Yeah, definitely. Okay, if I do like greeting. Okay, greeting, and I can also use single quotes. So if I write hello, okay, and let me just print this one also. um, so what you can do is, if you want to just duplicate that line, okay, so in Mac it is command shift down arrow, sorry, option shift down arrow. In Windows I get it's alt shift down arrow, so it will just duplicate it. Okay, it's just helpful, okay, whenever you are coding and it's increase your speed. Now you got Neeraj as well as hello. Can we have multiple lines string? Yes, definitely you can have multi-line string. Okay, so if I write intro, maybe intro. Okay, how you can write multi-line string? Just like this. Okay, so if I write my name is John, um, I am a basketball player. Okay, so this is a multi-line string. Okay, if I just add it like this, print intro, so I will get a multi-line string. Okay, if I just run it, see, I got this Neeraj, hello, and then my name is Sean, and I am a basketball player. Why there is a there is spaces? Because this space. Okay, so I'm a basketball player. So this is how a string looks like. Okay, so it's just a sequence of characters, inclusion codes. It can contain anything. Okay, if I write 1 2 3, it's acceptable. If I write this, it's acceptable. If I write this, it's acceptable. Okay, if I just run this, So you can see we got everything. Even we got special characters, numbers, underscore, everything. Okay. So how we are going to declare a string using single quotes, double quotes, or triple quotes. Okay, that's it. Now, what is indexing in string? Okay, so let's see indexing in a string. I guess let me add some comments here. So this is how we write comments. Okay, I guess you will be knowing it. Declarations. Okay, so this is about declarations. Now let's see about the indexing, how indexing works. Okay, so the indexing starts from 0. Okay, so if you see this n, maybe I can just take another example. It can be user name, and username is, let's suppose, John Wick, John Wick. Okay, so how indexing works? So J is at zeroth index, O is at one index, H is at two index, okay, and so on. Okay, and the last one is minus one. Okay, you can also go reverse. K is minus one, C is minus two. Okay, so what I want to say is if I just print username, I want to see what is at zeroth index. So this is how I can see. Okay, I think I think I should comment it. Otherwise, it will also get printed again and again. Okay, so username John Wick, and this is how we used to print the index. So see, J is at zeroth index. If I make it as one, so what we will get 0 1. So O. Okay, so we got O. Now if I do 0 1 2, so 0 1 2, H is at 2, so we will get H. See, keep looking at here, okay, at the output. If I do it at minus 1, so what I should get from backside, K. So K. If I do minus 2, what I should get K C, because K is at minus 1, C is at minus 2. So I got my C. Okay. So this is it. Negative indexing is also allowed. It starts from minus 1 from last character, minus 2 for second last, and also it starts from beginning. Okay, cool. I think indexing is very clear. I want to keep it very, very simple. Okay, I don't want to waste so much time. Okay, so slicing. No, I don't. I should not write it in Python. Okay, so slicing. What actually is the syntax of slicing? It's very simple. Okay, so you have to write the string name, and then uh, inside this square brackets, first of all there will be start index, then there will be end index, and then there will be step. Okay, what I meant is, let me explain you. Okay, so for now I will also what I can do is I will add double comment so that you can look at it. Okay, so I am putting it like this. So once you have to just look at declarations, you can just uncomment this. Okay, that's why I prefer mostly on notebooks, but for this lecture I'm using just plain Python files. Okay, so this is a syntax. What I meant is, let's suppose we have a text. Okay, and let's suppose text is Lenovo. Okay, now I want to do some slicing. Okay, print and text. The starting index is 0 and end index is, let's suppose, 3. Okay, so what it will give us? Okay, try to understand starting, end, and step. So starting is 0, so it will take 0, and it will take up to 3. It will not include 3. Okay, the lower index or the start is included, but the end is excluded. So it will start from 0. What is at 0? L. Then what is at 1? It's E. What is at 2? It's N. Will it include 3? No, because end is index is excluded. So what we are expecting here is L E N. Okay. Now if I ask you what this will be, okay, text, um, sorry, text, 1 to 4. Okay, not, it should be colon. Okay, it should not. It's not comma. 1 to 4. Okay, so start with one index. What is at one index? L is at zeroth index. E is at one index, so we will add E. Then what is at two index n. What is that third index o? Will we include fourth index? No, because 4 is excluded. Okay, so let's run it and let's see what we are getting. So see, we are getting len and then eno. Okay, then print. Again, I want to print something like this. This is also a variation where if I write something 1 comma, it means that this is the last index. Okay, see, if I'm not writing anything, it means that start from 1 till the end. Okay, so it will start from 1. What is at 1? E. So it will give us enovo. It will just exclude zeroth index. So we got enovo. Okay, then if similarly I can also leave the first one. Okay, if I do it like this, um, um, 4 maybe. Okay, so what this will do is it will start from 0 up to 4. Okay, 0 up to 4. So 0, 1, 2 and 3. It will exclude 4, so it should give us leno. So it is giving us leno. Okay, similarly, what we can do is we can also include steps. Okay, so what I meant by steps, let's suppose I do something like this text. Okay, what if I do like this? Okay, so it will start from the first index till the last index. So if I print it, it will print everything Lenovo. Okay, starting to ending. Okay, now if I do a little bit variation here and if I include the steps also, just steps. So what this steps means is it will start looking from backward. Okay, if I just like this, if I do like this. Okay, again, I guess again you have guessed it correct, it will give us Lenovo because the default step is 1. But if I'm including the step as -1, it means that start from reverse and go one by one from and covering each and everything, because we have starting at ending we have left it blank. Okay, so if I just do it, it will give us a ovonel. Okay, and if I just include here 1 2 3. Okay, so let's suppose, no, let's suppose we have 0 to 3. Just give a guess what it will do. Okay, let me run it and show to you. It will give nothing. Okay, because we are starting from 0 and we are moving to 3 and we are doing it reverse, so it's not correct. Okay, if I do like this, start from 3 and go to 0 and have a step of -1. Okay, then it will give us correct, because what it is doing is it is starting from third index 0 1 2 3. It is starting from o and it is going one step back. Go one step back, it is n. It will go one step back, it will get at e. Okay, so this is how things work. If I do it like this, okay, let me just comment it out, maybe it will be confusing for you. Now guess what it will happen. I think it should not print anything because we are starting from 3, we are going to 0. Okay, our start index is 3, which is 0 1 2 3. We are starting at o, we are going to 0 and we are telling move one step ahead. It will not, it is not possible now because we are going backwards in start to end index, but we are telling to go forward. Okay, it is correct if we do it like this, -1. Okay, then only it's correct one. Okay, so it will give us 1. I think this might be a bit confusing, but always remember the start index, end index, and step. So if you have to go in reverse direction, then you cannot put the step as 1. Okay, because if you are starting from O and if you want to go to L, then definitely you have to do the step in backwards. It should be -1, not +1. Okay, maybe I can give you some more example. This might be confusing, I don't want to leave you. Okay, if I do text and maybe I want to include everything and I do 2, so it will move 2 steps at a time. Okay, so what it will do, first it will print L, then it will move 2 steps. It will not move one step. If it moves one step, it will print E, but it will move 2 steps. So L and then N, then V. Okay, it is jumping 2 steps. Okay, and if I do it -1, just give it a guess. Okay, before looking at the terminal, just give it a guess. So we start from backward. First, what we include? The first one. Okay, because this is start index and this is end index. Okay, so we are going in reverse direction. Okay, so first one is O, then we are jumping 2 steps. So 2 steps will be again this O, then 2 steps this E. So O O E. Okay, So this is what slicing. This is how slicing works. Okay, I guess this much is enough. Once you practice more about this slicing and all, if you even if you are feeling some confusion here, everything will be clear. Just uh, play with this. Okay. So I guess indexing is also done, and we are also done with slicing. Okay. So we are done with slicing. What next we can explore is maybe we can see basic operations. Okay, some basic in operations in string. Okay, maybe we can see concatenation and whatnot. Okay, so let's suppose we have username, user first name. Okay, user first name, and user first name is John, and we have user last name, uh, which is maybe Doe. Okay, you want to concatenate it. Okay, so how you can concatenate it? It's very simple. Just you add user first name plus user last name, and if I print it, you will get John Doe. See, John Doe, because we don't have we don't have space here, so you can also include a space. Okay, so just include space here. Okay, let me just make it a bit beautiful. Okay, so we got John Doe. Okay, we can also have repetitions. So if I do like this, username asterisk 3, so it will print the username 3 times. Okay, John, 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 it is printing 3 times. Okay, if I just add something like this space there, I can remove this, and I think you can see it. So John Doe, because we have added one space here. Okay, that's why I have removed space from here. Okay, and we can see this username is John, John, John. It's printing 3 times, so this is called repetition. Okay, so this was concatenation. Con con okay, what is the spelling nation? Sorry if the spellings are wrong. Okay, then we have repetitions. Okay, repetitions. Cool. uh, we can also have membership. So membership is simple, we look at it in or not in. Okay, so if I do like uh, j j in user first name. Okay, so if I do this, we have to check whether j is in username for user first name or not. So it will give true because j is in the username. Okay, if I do like this, small j, tell me whether small j is present in username or not. So it will give us false. No, username is sorry, small j is not present in username. Okay, if I do like this, not in, I'm asking because Python is completely like English, because I think the other language which can be much simpler than Python is just English. Okay, plain English. So J not in for user first name. Definitely, it's true because small j is not in user first name. Okay, then we also have a length feature which is really important. If I do length of let's take last name, we should not ignore it. It will give us the length of user last name. What is the length? 1 2 3. Length doesn't start from 0. Okay, indexing starts from 0, but length is just plain numbers. Okay, so 1 2 3. What is the length of this string? It's 3. Okay, so simple. Okay, so we also have some escape characters like slash n or slash t also. One more thing, like let's suppose maybe I should write it like this: escape characters, escape characters, and let's suppose I made it like what we can do, user um user address, maybe make it at username only. Okay, or user info. Okay, and I'm writing like I play badminton a lot. Okay, uh, it's it's a good sport. Okay, now I want to just add. I want to add this, like I want to print like this. Okay, I want double quotes inside double quotes. So what I can do is I can add a escape character. Okay, I can do like this. Okay, so now it will also print with double quotes. Okay, what the problem is, let me just show you. Okay, if I do like this, and if I print user info, so sorry, there is a typo. Print user info. Okay, if I print this, let me also just comment out this. Okay, so if I print this, there will be a problem, because it's saying invalid syntax, because you cannot include double quotes inside single quotes. Okay, sorry, you cannot include double quotes inside double quotes. Okay, so one way is you made the outer one as single quotes or triple quotes, then definitely it will work. If I print it, I'm getting I play badminton a lot, it's a good sport. But what if I give you a challenge that it should be in double quotes only, and still you have to print this good inside double quotes? So what you can do is you can add escape characters. Okay, so sorry, escape characters, so it will escape that double quotes, and still we will get I play badminton a lot, it's a good sport. Okay, in the similar manner there are lots of different escape characters. If I have slash t. Okay, if I made slash t, so it will include a tab, so you can see there is a tab, I play badminton, a tab, then a lot, it's a good sport. If I want to print this it's on a new line, so if I do this, this is also escape character, so it printed it's a good sport on the next line. So this is also about escape character. Okay, it's very simple. Okay, so now I think this much of theory is enough. We should go with our first question. Okay, or maybe we can have two questions. Okay, so what I can do is section one underscore question. Okay, question dot py. Okay, so our question is, take a string input and print the first and last character. Okay, so what I meant is, let's suppose you have a string. Okay, if you have a input, maybe just if you have an input and or yeah, let me take it as input string. You have an input string as John. Okay, you have to print the first and last character. First character is J, last character is N. So please give it a try. Okay, and you have to take the input, so you should take it. Okay, from the user. Okay, so just give it a try by yourself, and if you are not able to solve it, just come and see the solution. But I think if you have seen this video properly, I think it's very easy to print this. So we have an input string. Okay, so we have to take an input. It's very simple to take input in Python. So we have to enter a string, we have to tell enter a string. Okay, so that we will get a string. Okay, because every input gives output as a string only. If you see this input, every time it's written as a string. Okay, read a string from standard input, the trailing new line is stripped. Okay, we will see what actually strips and all are, but currently just know that input always give us string. No, if we also want integer or any other data type, it doesn't give, we have to typecast it. Okay, but typecast is not in this lecture, I think, because it's, I can't teach you whole Python here. Okay, okay, so input string. So now we have to print the first and last character. So print so first we will print the first character. How we can print the first character? It's simple, minus the zeroth index will be the first character, and what will be the last character? Input string minus 1 is the last character. Simple. Okay, so let me just clear this terminal. Okay, it's very cluttered now. So enter a string. Okay, I will add a string. Maybe I can use John. Okay, so what is the first character? J, and what is the last character? N. J is at zeroth index, and we have to print the last character, which is minus 1. Okay, so this was the first question. Second question is reverse string. Okay, see, any question which is of string, it can be also solved by for loops and basic logics. But I don't want to touch for loops here. Instead, I will try to stick to whatever methods we have for strings. Okay, because this is a string masterclass, not for the whole for loop or problem solving. Okay, so again we have to take a string. I think we can utilize this line. Okay, that we have to take a string. So we took a string and we have to reverse it. Okay, if it is John, it should print NHOJ. Okay, give it a try on your own. I think we have already solved this, so it should be very easy. I can say how we can revert it. Input string, then start index, end index, and go from reverse. So we have to include everything. So end, start from end, go to start and do -1. We have to go step back. Okay. So if I do like this, so we enter a string john, we got sorry. I have to just comment this one. Okay, cool. I guess now let's do this. Input a string, input str. What is this saying? Keyboard. Okay. Okay. This is look at the bottom. Okay. JOHN. Okay. So what we got was NHOJ. Okay. So now we got uh, reversed string. Okay. So these are the two questions which you should know. If you are able to solve this through this lecture, I think you are good with the introduction where we have seen lots of things, basic operations, slicing, indexing. Slicing might be a bit tricky for you, especially when we included steps and when I explained you about uh, how things got valid and invalid. Because if you are moving in a forward direction and you want the steps to go backward, like if you are moving from 0 to 3 and you are making step as -1, it's not perfect thing. Okay, it doesn't even make sense. Okay, if you are moving in the right direction, then definitely you can have good if you are moving from 0 to 3, then the positive the step should be positive. If you are moving in reverse direction, then the step should be negative. As simple as that. And we have also seen how to declare strings and what is a string and all, each and everything. Okay, so in the next section we are going to look at the common string methods. Okay, so in this section we are going to see common string methods. So I have created another Python file section to common string methods. So we will see what are the first we will see what are the case conversion methods. So let's suppose you are given an string and you have to change its case. So first will be case conversion methods. So let's take any string, maybe username, maybe, and call it as John. And let's suppose maybe what we can do is let's add something else. John. I'm including both small case as well as capital case letter, lower and upper both case. John. So it maybe we can make it as week. Okay. So let's suppose you have to convert this whole string into upper case. So what you can do is is username dot upper. Okay, so it will convert the whole string into uppercase. If you want to convert the whole string into lowercase, you have to do this lower. If I just run this program, let me hide it for a while. So we got whole string as uppercase and then whole string as lowercase. But let's suppose you want to convert sorry, only the first letter of each word as capital. So what you can do is, instead of upper or lower, you should make it title. So if I run this, then only the first letter of, or you can say the first character of all the words will be only capital. But let's suppose you want in the whole sentence, you just want the first letter or the first character to be capital, so it's capitalized. So if I run it, you can see that only the first letter or the first character of this whole string is only capital. So this is the difference between upper, lower, title and capitalize. Okay, so this was about case conversion methods. Now let's see uh, trimming white spaces methods. Okay, trimming white spaces methods. And one more thing, why I'm teaching this, it's you should know this, that if someone is going to ask you what is capitalized, no. If someone is going to ask you what is upper, title, how we use it, no. No one is going to ask such questions. But uh, you should know that if I am having a string and if I have to convert just the first character to capital case, then I should use capitalize, because it can be subset of a bigger problem. Okay, So we are going to encounter some problems in future, which whose part will be this small functions, upper, lower, title, or capitalized. Either you can do it also in manual way using for loop or whatnot, but this is a standard way, or this is a way which is already is there ready made for you. So you should be knowing it. You should be using it. Okay. So again, let me create the same variable username, and now I'm intentionally leaving some space, and then John week, and again I'm making some space here. Okay, so there are spaces on right hand side which we call as trailing spaces, and we also have leading white spaces on the left hand side. Now if I want to remove all the white spaces, so it's very simple. What we have to do is print username dot strip. Okay, so this will remove all the white spaces. Let me just clear the terminal. You can type clear. See, now all the white spaces on the left hand side or on the right hand side both are clear. Okay, now if I just want to remove the left hand side's white spaces, so I can do L strip, left strip. So in this case only the left hand side, you can say, white spaces are gone. I don't think so you are believing. Let me, I think you will not believe me, because in terminal both the line number output of line number 14 and 15 are looking same. But if I just find the length of it, okay, and if I just also find the length of this one, both should be different. Okay, so length. Okay, so let me just print it. So you can see length is different, because if you just include John Wick, so John and Wick are having four characters and there is a space, so total 9 characters. So if we remove all the white spaces, so it is of 9 character. But in L strip only the left part, leading white spaces has been removed, but it still have the white spaces on the right hand side. Okay, now if I just want to remove the right hand side trailing white space, I want to keep the left hand side white spaces as it is. So I can do R strip. So here you can see it is again R strip. Okay, here you can see we have some leading white spaces as it is. So this was about trimming white spaces. Now an important method is there which is called as search and replace. This is really important, and lots of time in it can be part of a subset of a question. Like strip is also really important. Lots of time it comes whenever you will move to DSA, and at some point of time even in your work also you need strip, okay, to remove leading and trailing white spaces. Now for this search, also I am taking the same thing. John Wick is my friend. Okay, so let's suppose we have this string. Now we have to search something. So for searching something, we have two methods: find and index. Okay, but both of them gives us index only. Let me show you. Okay, username dot find, and let's suppose I want to find week. Okay, so I want to find week. Okay, so at which point week was encountered or we saw first time. So J is 0, O 1, 2, 3, then 4, and then 5. So fifth is the index where I encountered the week first time. So it gave me 5. I can also use index. Okay, so that it will give me index. Okay, so okay, both are giving 5. If find is also giving 5, index is also giving 5. But what's the trick here? Okay, why both are different? So find returns -1 if it is not found, but while index throws an error. Okay, so let's suppose I want to search maybe Rocky. Okay, and if I search using find, it will give me -1, because Rocky is not present in this username string. But is the if I do the same thing with index, okay, so it will give me an error. It will not give me -1. It will throw an error that substring not found. So this is the difference. Okay, and it depends in which case what you have to use. Okay, and basically you should also know the difference.
But let's suppose you want to replace something. So I'm replacing and then I am also printing it. So I'm like writing like this. Okay, so user underscore name dot replace. Okay, and you don't have to remember each and everything. See, if you go to replace, it is saying me that okay, give me old literal string, new literal string, count. Okay, so let's suppose I want to replace friend with enemy. Okay, nobody wants to make John Wick as enemy, but let's take the risk. Okay, so enemy. Okay, so if I just print it, so John Wick is my enemy now. Okay, simple. Okay, cool. A quick question. If I just print username, what I will get? Just take a pause and think, and let me know what was your guess, and if you also can tell me what is the reason behind this. So see, it printed is my friend enemy, and this is John Wick is my friend. Okay, because I have not stored this. This was just an instance. I made the changes, but we know that string is immutable. Okay, we cannot mutate the string, so it created a just a temporary string. Okay, and it printed it, but it we didn't assign it here, or we didn't changed the original username. Okay, cool. Now, again, a very, very important part, and I guess that this will be the last part of our this section. Then we can solve some question. Okay, so it is about splitting and splitting and joining. Okay, this is really, really important. Lots of time, this type of questions, this type of techniques are subset or a part of a bigger question. Okay, so let's suppose I have a string. Okay, let's suppose again user underscore name, and I have, let's suppose, a maybe comma b comma c comma d. Okay, and someone told me that okay, this will be your input, and you have to construct a string which is abcd. Okay, so first of all you have to split it. Okay, how you can split it? Let's suppose I named it as parts. Okay, username dot split. Okay, so splits basically takes a literal string, the separator I can say, used to split the string. So we want a separator. This is the separator. If I separate the whole string based on, in this case, if I do it using this comma, it will separate everything. Okay, so let me show it. Okay, so let me print it. Okay, and it will return a list. Okay, so print parts. So if I just let me clear it, because otherwise it will be annoying for you. See, it give me a list A, B, C, D, and it was separated because of this. Okay, if my string looks like this, so what will be the separator? Simple, it will be underscore. Okay, so we got the parts. Now it's very easy to again create a string. Okay, so we have to, because we have the list now, we have to join it. Okay, how we can join it? So let me call it as join str, and it's very easy. Okay, so you want to join it um, without anything. So what you can do is dot join and parts. Okay, so parts is a list, and you want to join it, but you don't want any separator between them. Okay, let me also explain it. Once I will show to you, I think it will be very clear. Okay, joined str. So now if I will run it, so initially I was having this one, then I got a parts, so I got a list, because and the separator was underscore, so we got abcd and then we combined it. Okay, and in between abcd we don't want to store anything because we don't want any separator. Okay, if you are not understanding it, if I add a star here, okay, so it will join the parts and it will also put star in between. Okay, let me show it to you. See, earlier we were getting ABCD, but now we will get A, B, A star, B star, C star, D star. So generally we don't use such kind of things. We just keep it empty. Okay, so this is how it is. I guess. Okay, now if I say you that okay, what you have to do is generally what we face is we let's suppose we have a string, maybe John Wick is the killer. Okay, generally we want is sorry. So John Wick is the killer, so we want all a list of words. Okay, so what we can do is the separator is just a space, so we can put a space. Okay, and let me just comment it for now. Okay, separator is just the space because we want to get the words, and the separator is this space. Okay, so now if I will print it, so we got the words John Wick is the killer. This is this is not just the problem, but this are all are the foundations. If you know this basics, your problem solving skills will be quick, very faster. Because if when you will start solving problems, you will have a approach that okay, you will have a approach that okay, if I get a list of these words, I can do something with this. But if you don't know this function, you will not ever be arrived to this. I'm not saying you will never arrive to it, because you can use for loop, and you can see, you can play with indexing and all. But just by one line, if you are getting it, why to invest such kind of time? Okay, it's good to have that kind of understanding also. But in terms of string, and if someone is allowing you, because if someone is hiring you for Python developer, so definitely you should know this. Okay. Okay, so split is used to turn a string into a list, and join is to glue a list back into a string. Okay, as simple as that. So we have seen lots of things here. We have seen splitting and joining. Then we have learned about search and replace. We have learned about streaming white space methods. We have also seen case conversion methods. Now let's solve some questions. I will throw some questions on you. Please try some questions. Okay. So section 2 questions dot py, and the first question that I'm throwing to you is count how many characters appears in a string. Okay, so let's suppose what the question is. Let's suppose there is a fruit. Okay, and the fruit is, let's suppose, banana. Okay, you have to calculate how many times a came. Okay, you have to just do this. Okay, let me clear the terminal. Please solve this and then just come back. So print, it's simple, fruit dot count a. Okay, so this is a simple method which counts. Okay, so we got 3. You can also do it with for loop, but I'm not going into it because this is a string lecture. Okay, so this is one of the method which you should know. Okay, if I'm missing some method and I'm teaching you in this what I can say, in the question section also, it is fine. Okay, don't take it on your ego. Okay, you can also Google it. Okay, it's fine, you can use Google. Okay, now let's suppose have some good question. Check if a string starts and ends with the same character. Okay, so this is the question. I guess the question is simple. So let's suppose I have a string name, maybe madam. So it's true. Okay, because the string starts with the same character m and ends with the same character. Okay, simple. Just give it a try and let me know. Okay, so if uh, s0, okay, because we have seen in the indexing, if s0 is equals to s minus 1, then what we can say, print yes. It's, or you can even deal with true and false also. I'm just printing yes or no. Okay, as simple as that. Okay, so if I run this, what I will get, yes or no. Okay, so let me just comment it out. Also let me clear it. So we should get yes, because m and m, starting and ending, both are same. If I do this meta, so it's false, sorry, it's no, because the first character is m and the last character is a, which both are not same. Okay, you can also do this using string methods. Okay, so let me show you how you can also do it with string methods. So what we can do is print, this will be true and false. Okay, if s starts with, okay, if s starts with s minus 1, and s dot ends with, we can say, S0. Okay, so I guess this is also a way. So S dot starts with return true if S starts with a specified prefix, false otherwise. Okay, so first this condition we have to check whether S starts with the end or not. So end is a, so we this method is checking whether this string is starting with a. No, so this will give false. And if we know that any of the either case, if it is false, then the whole use case the whole expression become false. So we got false. If we make it as madam, then now what is happening? S minus 1 is m, so it is checking S dot starts with. So is our string starting with m? Yes, so this expression will give us true. Then end, S dot ends with, so we are checking S dot ends with, is it ending with S0? S0 is again M, because we have M at the first index also. So yes, S is also ending with the first index, so it will give us also true, and true is true, so we will get true. So let's print it, so we are also getting true. So it's quite similar, quite easy one. So I can revise you something like we have seen starts with. So it checks if the string starts with a prefix or not. That's we are passing in the parenthesis. Ends with, check if a string ends with suffix or not. Then we have count. So count basically counts the number of occurrence of parameter that we have passed. It can be a string or whatnot. Then we also have is elnum kind of methods. Okay, so let's suppose we have a string. Mm, let me just comment it out. Okay, so I can add it here only. Okay, I guess I forgot it. Okay, so we can have some methods like is elnum. Okay, it will check if all the characters are alphanumeric or not. Okay, so maybe password is like okay. So Neeraj, um, maybe what we can do is pass is basically a word, so we can do password maybe. Okay, so Neeraj 1 2 3. Okay, let's try this. Okay, print is elnum, is elnum is basically it's a string method, so it should be password dot is elnum. Okay, so we have to check whether this password is alphanumeric or not. So it should only contain alphabets or numerics. Okay, so it is giving true. But if I introduce something like this, so it's not an alphanumeric, it's a symbol, so it is giving me false. Okay, then we also have another method which is alpha. Okay, so it will check whether it checks that all the characters are letters or not, they are alphabets or not, so it is giving me false. Okay, let me just comment it out. It is giving me the second false is my response, so it is false. So if I just make it Neeraj 1 2 3, what do you think? Still it will give me false because we have numerics also. But if I do this, it will give me true because I have all the alphabets here now. Okay, similarly we also have something as is digit. So what this digit does is it checks whether all the characters are digit or not. So if I do this, I will get false. Sorry, let me just. Okay, so I will get a false because I don't have digits. Okay, 1 2 3, true. It checks for all the characters. Okay, it's not like Neeraj 1 2 3 will give me true. No, only if there are digits. Okay, so that's it. We have seen lots of things in this video, in this section, which was a common string methods. In the next section, we are going to see string comparison and immutability. Okay, in this section, we are going to see string comparison and immutability. So first of all, let's see what is string comparisons is and string immutability, and then we can look up some concepts. But before let me create another section which will be our section 3, and this will be about string comparisons .py. So what actually string comparison is? Python compares string character by character using their Unicode values, because we don't have A, B, C, D or something in which computer understands. It basically converts into binary.
and there are different type of values like Unicode, ASCII, and so on. So you can explore it, but basically it compares using Unicode values only. So let's suppose if we have a variable as a and its name is apple, then let's suppose b we have a banana, okay, and we have to compare it. Let's suppose print if a is equals to b. No, definitely it's a is not equals to b, so it will return false. We can also do it like this: a is not equals to b. Yes, a is not equals to b. This is a symbol of not equals to. Okay, so true. First one is false and second one is true. We can also compare it like a is greater than b. So is b is greater than a? Yes, because first a and b is definitely greater than a. So it basically compares letter by letter. Okay. Um, yeah, that's it. I think what else is um, oh yes. What do you think? What it will happen? Like if I make it apple equals to apple, okay? Will it give us true or false? Okay, let me just comment it out. So definitely it is false because uh, if you see this apple a is in uppercase, but here it is in lowercase. So upper and lowercase both should be same. Okay, so I think that's it. Okay, but if there are cases where you have to compare ignoring the upper and lower case, then you can convert both the strings into any cases. Like let's suppose you have a maybe h is equals to hello, and there is also another string which is having hello, and someone told you that okay, I don't want to I want to ignore the cases. So what you can do is print h dot lower equals to j dot lower. So we brought all the strings h and j into lowercase and then we are comparing. So definitely this would be true. Okay, we cannot directly compare because one is in a capital case and second one is in lowercase. Okay, that's it. Okay, now I guess let me add a heading here which will be string comparisons. So it's string comparison. Okay, comparison. Okay. Now, there is very important part which is string immutability. Okay, immutability. Okay, so let me just comment it out. So first, let's see what is string immutability. So in Python, strings are immutable. You cannot change them after they have created. If you try to change a character, it throws an error. Okay, so what does it mean? So let's suppose you have user.name and I have made the name as John. Okay, John Cena. Let's suppose. Okay, and now I want to change the name. I want to change a character. Let's suppose username at zeroth index instead of j. I want to place, let's suppose, g. Okay, is it possible? If I may print user.name, is it possible? So let me just clear the screen. Let's try it. So it is saying um, string object does not support item assignment because strings are immutable. Okay, there are lots of data structure which are immutable, also mutable. It depends upon the use case, so we cannot do it. But let's suppose still I have to create a string which will be g o h n Sina. Okay, let's suppose I have to create it. This is not the way, but I need to create something like this. What I can do in this case, I have to create another string. Okay, I have to definitely create another string. Okay, so username is equals to what I can do. I have to just change the first character. Okay, so I can add first character as G plus username, and I can take everything. Okay, I just don't have to take the zeroth index. I can take this one, this and this thing. I will take this thing and concatenate with G. So I am taking G and then I'm using string slicing and I'm taking everything except the first zeroth index. Okay, so now if I will print this, we got it, GOHN Sina. So this is a way how you can tackle it. It definitely it comes under your creativity and problem solving. Okay, but I'm just giving you a way how we do this. Okay, is it clear? Okay.
Now, important part is why string is immutable. Okay, so string is immutable because Python use a technique which we call as string interning. Okay, so let me write it somewhere so that you can also learn it. String interning. Okay, so string interning, where it means that identical strings may point to the same memory location to save the memory. Okay, so let's suppose we have, maybe if we have, name is equals to hello, and also again we have name, or name1 is equals to hello. If you have understood variables, then if we create a variable, it takes some space in the memory, and another variable also takes some space in the memory. Okay, if it is taking, let's suppose it is taking 2 bytes, so it will also take 2 bytes, but so both will take 2 bytes, it will consume 4 bytes. But in Python, in string, when the technique is string interning, where identical strings may point to the same memory location. Okay, so let's see what is the location of it, how we can print it. Id of a, so this will print the location of a. Print, sorry, id of not a, it's name and name1. I got confused a bit. Okay, id of name1 and name and name1. Okay, let's see what is the location of it. Okay, clear. So see, 437620530 and 437620530, as both the string are same, so they are taking the same memory location. If I change something in this string, and let's check. So now you can see both are having a different location, but as we have the same string, although both are different variables, but they are pointing to the same memory location. So that's why in, if strings are mutable, changing one would change all the others referencing to it, which leads to unexpected bugs kind of thing. Okay, and also, if you have explored dictionary, it can also relate to hashability. So, okay, immutable objects can be hashed, which is required for use as keys in dictionaries or elements in sets. Like, let's suppose you have, how a dictionary looks like. Let's suppose we have D and maybe apple. Sorry, keys are string, so apple is one, and mango is two. Okay, so now, basically this is valid because strings are hashable. Okay, if strings were mutable, this hash values could change, which caused dictionary corruption. That's why the keys are of string, which are of immutable type. Okay, and also one more thing can be, which I can remember, is based on implementation. Like, you might have heard that Python is implemented in basically in C. Okay, so at the C level, strings are also stored as array of characters, and they are immutable. The immutability aligns well with how the memory is managed. Okay, so basically these are the reasons why strings are immutable. Okay, you can also find on internet why strings are immutable. These are the three things which I can remember, but definitely there can be more things. But generally, string interning is one thing, hashability is one thing, and based on the implementation, who has implemented it, because it depends upon the creators that why they are keeping it is mutable or immutable. Okay, I can show you a fun example actually. Okay, if it is not pure, I will not say that string is, I'm making string mutable, but this just a fun exercise. Okay, let's suppose we have a string. Okay, and we want to make it, we want to mutate it. Okay, so let's suppose we create a list out of it. Okay, so let's call it as lst. This is just a way to convert your string into list. Okay, if you print it, you will get a list. Okay, let me just print it once. So we got a list. Okay, kind of a split. Okay, so we got a list. Now what we can do is, um, we can basically join it. Okay, so it can be like, s is equals to dot join, and we can pass the list. Okay, or okay, we have to also mutate it. So maybe we can change the zeroth index. Okay, and we can make uh, j here. Okay, and then we combine the list, and now we will print it. Okay, so this is just a fun exercise. It's not, we are not making the list, I can say, we are not making the string completely mutable, but this is a technique to make it. Okay, so if I print this s, so it's became jello now. So what we have done is we took a string, we converted it into list, but we, because we know list is mutable, so we changed the zeroth index of list, and then we joined the list. So from, we basically, it's kind of a proxy. Okay, we made a, just uh, we took a help of a mutable data type to implement a non-mutable thing. Okay, okay. Okay, so we are done with string comparison and immutability. So now let's solve one question in this section 3. So I have created you can say a Python file for section 3 questions. And let me ask you a question. So this questions also come a lot of times. So we have to check if two strings are anagrams or not. Okay, so they are anagrams or not. What actually is anagram? Anagram means if the string contains same characters in any order. Okay, so let's suppose we have string 1 as maybe as listen. Okay, and let's suppose we have string 2 which contain the same character but in a jumbled way, like I, L, T, S, N, E. Both are containing all the characters of listen. So these two strings are anagram, so we have to tell whether it is anagram or not. Okay, so if it is anagram, we have to print yes, otherwise no. Okay, what we can do is maybe we can do a sorting. Let's suppose we sort it. So what we will get, I, sorry, E, I, then N, sorry, L, N, S, T. And if we also sort another string, if we what we will get, E, I, L, N, S, T. So if once we sort both the string, and if we are getting the same string, then definitely we can say that both are anagram. Definitely there are other ways also, but I'm telling from this, you can also use for loop, single for loop, two for loops, and to detect anagrams, but this is also one of the way. Okay, because we are studying about strings, so I will stick more toward the string methods. Okay, so if sorted, okay, this is how we sort a string. Okay, if it is equals to also the sorted of string 2, we can say both are anagrams, so we can print yes, they are anagram, otherwise we will say no, they are not anagram. Okay, I forgot it. Okay, print they are not anagrams. Okay, so if I just give it a run, I think it's simple. Yes, if I change anything, let's suppose I introduce one e in the string 2, so now if I will sort it, I will get double e, I, L, N, S, T. So both are not anagrams, so no, we got a no. So this is a simple question which also comes a lot in some of the interviews, or in normal Python developer interviews for junior developers. Okay, now I am thinking of having a quiz for you. So I will make a txt file and I will ask you some questions, and let me know in the comment section what was your answer for each question. So the first question is, if I have a string, let's suppose str, and I made it as Python. Okay, and I want to print like this is my code, print as tr minus, not minus, maybe 2. So what will be the answer? Okay, so it's simple, 0, 1, 2. So the answer will be t, because at 2 index we have t. Okay, let me know what you have thought about this. Okay, which is, the second question is, which is not a valid I can say string method. Okay, so which is not a valid string method? First is strip, second is append, third is replace, fourth is upper. Okay, just pause your video and think about it and tell me what will be the answer in the comment section. Definitely the answer is append, because append is a list method. Okay, we have seen strip, replace, upper, everything. Okay, see, what happens If you run this code, okay, so we have a string called hello, okay, and we make it like string 0, which we are trying to mutate this string with first, we are making the first character as j, and then we are printing it. So what it will print? So give just pause this video and let me know. So it will throw an error because strings are immutable. Okay. So now let's see a fourth question, which can be like, which method would you use to count occurrence of a character in a string? So I think you don't need any option for it, but still I'm giving you options. So we have this options, split, what else I can give? Index. Okay, so it's very simple. You have to just count the occurrence of characters. Let me know in the comment section what was your answer. I think it's find. No, it's count, because we have seen in one of our problem solving skills in one of our questions also that we have to count the occurrence of a in banana, I guess, and we used count. So count is the correct answer. Okay. Now, let's move to the next section. Our next section is about string formatting. So let me create another Python file section. It will be 4, and it will be string formatting. Okay, so make it as a Python file. Let me also clear the terminal. Okay, so how we can format our string? There are different styles: modern, old, and the new style. I will tell you each and every style. It's very simple. Okay, so let's suppose we have name as Alice, and we have age as 25. Okay, now if we want to print it, okay, so what was the old way? Old way was, it will say like this: my name is, uh, instead of directly writing Alice, we know that name is a string, so we write this. Okay, I think it's kind of similar like C. Okay, because Python is made up over C only, and I am dash years old. So year age is basically, here we have to print the age, and age is basically, in this case, it's a string. So for, sorry, it's integer. So for integer we use %d. Okay, so %d, I am like 25 years old. Now we have to pass the variables. Okay, so how we can pass the variables? We don't have to make comma or something, just percentage, and add both the variables, name and age. Okay, so this is one of the way, which was very old way. So my name is Alice and I am 25 years old. This is kind of, you can say, this was very old way. Okay, like rarely used today, but still it can be seen on legacy code. Okay, then we have modern style. Okay, so modern style again, for name and age, how we can print it? So we, you can see it most of the time. Okay, not now, but so it is like my name is just a curly brace, and I am 25 years old, and then we add format. Okay, format, sorry, dot format, we have to pass both the things, name in correct order. Okay, so this is a modern style, and it will also give you like this: my name is Alice and I am 25-year old. Okay, one more technique is, I can say, uh, this is one of the technique, and there are different techniques, but what generally people use is f string, which is best, fastest, and from Python 3.6 it was introduced. So I generally use this only, f strings. So it's more intuitive, more easy. So what you can do is just add a f before your whatever string you are going to print, and what you can do is, my name is, just pass the variable. It's simple. Okay, my name is name, and I am 25. So age years old. It's the simplest one. Okay, this is just a way to write your string. See, So this is generally more preferred, which is more faster, best, and it was introduced since Python 3.6. So I generally use this f string only. Okay, so and what's the benefit of using f string is also you can have some expression inside it. Let's suppose I add 10. So now it will say me, it will prompt me like echo, it will echo like my name is Alice and I am 25 plus 10, which is 35-year-olds. So it will say 35 years old. You see, you can see it here. Okay, so this kind of things are there. Okay, and let's suppose I have salary. Okay, let's suppose I have a salary variable, and let's suppose I have 123 point this dollars. Okay, and I want to print I earn salary like salary. Okay, so if I print it, I will get this salary. Okay, let me add dollar maybe. Okay, so I earn this much. Okay, this much dollar. But what if I want just two decimals, two it should be like 123.89. Okay, so what this can also be done inside this f string on the fly. So what we can do, point to f. So this will print only two decimals, two digits after the decimal. So now we are getting, see this one, 123.90. So this is the power of using f string, and you should always use a f string, I believe. Okay, this is modern, fast, and whatnot. Okay, so that's it about a string. We have covered each and everything. Most of the things are covered which you are going to encounter in your journey. Now let's solve some questions to test what we have understood till now. Okay, so now we are going to solve some of the questions that you can encounter while facing an interview. Okay, and all questions will be related to string. And definitely you can solve these questions using if else, for loop, whatnot. But I'm just going to focus more on the string level questions. So for let me add coding questions.py, coding questions.py. And the first question that we are going to handle is replace the vowels with asterisk. Okay, so what this mean is, let's suppose you have a string given whose value is john. Okay, and johne, and what will be the output? So j is not a vowel, so we will have it. O is a vowel, so we will make it asterisk. H is not a vowel, N is not a vowel, E is a vowel, so we will make it asterisk. Okay, so if we have also, if we have capital I, so it is also a vowel, so it will be also a asterisk. Okay, so please pause this video and give it a try, and once you are done with your solution, come and see my solution and let's see. Okay, so let's suppose so we have str and we have john okay, so the logic is we have to identify whether which is a vowel. Okay, and once we got a vowel, we will replace it with asterisk. So let's have what we have. Let's suppose we have a string of vowels. Okay, so what are the vowel? A, E, I, O, U, A, E, I, O, U, because we have to take care of all the cases. So for we have to, for V in vowels. Okay, so if we will iterate over V in vowels. Okay, and what we can do is str is equals to str dot replace, and we will replace the vowel with uh, v with asterisk. Okay, so what we are doing is we are iterating over vowels. So we got a small a. Okay, so we got small a in first iteration. Now we will see whether small a exists in this string or not. It may occur more than one time. Okay, so okay, we saw, okay, we are not having a in this string, so we will not do anything. Okay, but let's suppose we went to e. We also see whether e exists. Yes, e exists in a string, so this is what we are checking. We went to e and we are checking str dot replace v. So at this iteration we are having e as v. Okay, because first v will be a, then e, I, o, so the value of v will change, which is basically taught in for loops. Okay, so we will replace this, wherever we have e in this string we will replace it with asterisk, as simple as that. Okay, I don't want to make it more confusing. Okay, so if we print this string, so let's see what we are getting. So we are getting j h j asterisk HN. Okay, I think I have done a mistake here. J and then O will be replaced by asterisk. H and E will be also replaced. So this should be the solution. Okay, this should be the answer. J S asterisk H N asterisk asterisk. See, human can make error, but code doesn't make error. Okay. Okay, so this was the first question that can come to an interview, or basically even if it doesn't comes to an interview, it will check, because what I have taught you that replace, no one is going to ask you directly that what is the use of replace. They will just tell you that okay, uh, here is the question and replace will be a subset of it. Okay, so the armory that we have collected will be our preparation for a war, and this is the war. Okay, so next question is extract number from string. It's also simple. Okay, so if you are extract the number from a string, let's suppose you got a string which it can be anything. Let's suppose I got a string as my number is this. Okay, and you have to just extract 89899. Okay, please give it a try and let's see. So this is my solution. So initially digits are 0. We have to just check. We have to iterate over the string and we have to check whether it is a digit or not. Okay, simple. So for uh, I can say character in string. Okay, we are iterating over the string. So first we will get M, then Y, then space, N, U, M, E, B, E, R, and so on. Okay, so we have to check if the character that currently we are having is a digit. So is it a digit? If it is a digit, then we will add to our digit section. Okay, so what we can do is digits plus equals to character. Simple. Okay, and if we print this, we will get the digits. Okay, so let me just print this. So we are getting 89889. So first we went to M. We checked whether M is a digit. No, so we will not add to our digits string. Once we reached here, we got 8 as a character. Is it a digit? Yes, it is a digit. So we have added to our result string, which is digits, and finally we got 89899. Okay, so this was one of the question where we have used is digit. Okay, so now what we can do is we have a question like we can have a question like remove special characters from string. Okay, so let's suppose we have a string as anything. Hello. We can have some special characters, and then we can have some numbers. We can have again some special characters, and we have to remove the special characters. Okay, only we have to remove the special characters. Okay, so how we can remove the special characters? We have to check whether. Okay, and space is also a special character. Okay, so similarly what we can do is we can create a result string. Okay, it will follow the same footprint. Okay, so if you have understood the previous question, it's very simple. We will go over the string in str. Okay, if char dot is sorry, what is alpha, is digit, is numeric, is elnum, is upper, what we should use? Definitely, if it is alphanumeric, we have to take it. We don't want special characters. If it is alphanumeric, we will append it into our list result dot, sorry, not append. It's not a list. So result plus equals to. I have used plus equals to. I think you know about plus equals to. It's simple. Result plus char. Okay, so this is the same. I can also write this as like this, plus equals to. Okay, this is just a shorthand. Okay, so it will. Okay, now if I print this, what I will get? Print result. So I will get a string which is not having any special characters. We just have alphanumeric. So this elnum is important. You should just remember. Okay, it's not you should remember. At least you should know there is a function like this. Okay, that just take care of alphanumeric values. Okay, that's it. So now let's move to another question. The question is count vowel and consonants in a string. So it's by the name, I think it's clear. Count vowels and consonants in a string. Okay, so if we have mm, let's take a test case where string is maybe ni io 98 and what we can do ab. Okay, so tell me how many vowels we have. Okay, so what should be the output? So vowels we have is how many vowels I have? E, E, I, O. I have four vowels. Okay, and how many consonants I have? Consonants I have is N, then A and B. Sorry, A is also vowel, so I have five vowels. And N and B only we have two consonants. So this should be the our answer. It should be our answer. Now please give it a look and let me know in the comment section whether you were able to solve it or not. So again, what are the vowels we have? A, E, I, O, U, A, E, I, O, U. Okay, this is the vowels we have. We have to get both things, vowel count. So we are creating one variable. Initially there is no, let's suppose there is no vowel variable, there is no vowel count, so 0 0, we are initializing with 0 0, and once we get it we will increment it, because there is a chance that if we have only alphanumeric values in our string, maybe there is a chance that there is no vowels or consonants. Okay, so now we will iterate over all the string one by one. We will evaluate, okay, what we have to do with the first character, which is n in string. Okay, so okay, first what we have to check whether it is a alphanumeric or not, because once we get let's suppose we have um, 9. Okay, so 9, it's not about 9. Let's suppose we have this many characters. Okay, so if we got a at the rate, so it is not, it can't be a vowel or consonant. Okay, so that's why we have to check whether it is alphanumeric or not. Okay, if what we can do, char dot is alpha, if it is a alphanumeric, then only we will check whether it is a consonant or not. Okay, cool, is it fine? Now we got a, sorry, we got n, the first is n, so we got that n is, sorry, this is at the 0th index, so first character will be n. We knew that n is a alphanumeric, either it is alphabet or numeric, so we know this. So we have to check whether it is a vowel or not. How we can check it? If this char is, sorry, in, so we have also explored in, not in. So this is, that's why I was telling you they were a simple tool for your this type of solving this type of questions, so that basics are really important. So do we have char, this character, in vowels? In vowels, if we have, it means the vowel count should increase. Okay, so vowel count should increase, else vowel count should, the consonant count should increase. Okay, consonant count should increase. Okay, what we are doing, let's see, we have n, we checked n, n is n alphanumeric? Yes. So we add, we checked if n is in vowels. Yes, it is in vowels, or no? No, n is not a vowel, so we will add the consonant. So now consonant will become 1. Now we move to e, because char is e. Is e alphanumeric? Yes, e is alphanumeric. So we will see, okay, e is vowel. Yes, e is in vowels, because in vowels we have e here, so it will increase the vowel count and so on. Okay, so now there is a catch in this question. I want you to catch it before me pointing. Okay, so vowels, uh, so we can use f string here. Okay, vowels, how many vowels we have? We have, so the vowel count will be the vowels. Then consonants, consonants, how many consonants we have? That will be consonant counts. Okay, so consonant count. So let me just clear this screen. Okay, uh, and print it. So vowels we have 5 and consonants we have 2.
vowels we have 5, and consonants we have 2. Oh, okay, it's fine. Actually, I wanted to use is elnum here, so that I can trick you. If we use elnum, think what will happen. Okay. So now we got vowels at 5 but consonants as 4. Why? Because we are checking the character is alphanumeric or not. But if you see, let's think that character is 9. Okay, so let's suppose the character is 9. We checked 9 is alphanumeric. Okay, either it is alphabet or a numerical. So when we check 9 is in vowels, no, 9 is not in vowel, but it will go inside else and it will increase the count of consonant. It should not increase the count of consonant, because 9 is not a consonant. 9 is, if 9 is not a vowel, it doesn't means it is a consonant. Okay, so if we use elnum, it will be wrong. So I was thinking that I am using elnum. I think I explained you also with elnum. I was using is alpha. Okay, so is alpha is used to see whether it is a alphabet or not. And for vowels and consonant, we definitely want alphabet only. Okay, so this was one of the question. Okay, um, I guess it's I maybe some of the questions you will not able to understand maybe in the first go. Reiterate over the video, do some dry runs. Okay, because I'm not going to tell, I'm not having a session here to build your logic. Instead you should try it on your own. Okay, do some dry runs and all. Okay, now next is a famous question, which is palindrome or not. So what is palindrome? Palindrome is basically a string. If you read it from front or back, it's same. If you read from left to right, it's madam. If you read it from right to left, still it's madam. Okay. So what? How we can solve this question? Please give it a go. Okay, and then come back to this video. So it's simple. If I reverse this string, so what I will get if I reverse this string? Still I will get madam, because it's same. So what we have to check? We have to just check if we have a string and the reverse of it, the string is same, we can say it is true. It's palindrome. So what we can do is print. We can print palindrome. Uh, we can print palindrome if this string is equals to the reverse of it. How we reverse the things? Simple. -1. So this will give a reverse one. Else, not palindrome. Okay, not palindrome. Simple. Okay. If I give it a run, palindrome, because madam is a palindrome. If I write sir, so sir is not a palindrome. Okay. It will give me false. It will give me not palindrome. If you have not understood this, I think it's maybe I can do like this. Okay. Reverse string. How we can reverse it? str -1. Okay, so we got a reverse string. If string is equals to reverse string, we can print palindrome. Else we can say print not palindrome. Okay, it's the same thing. Okay, in line number 63 I have just written in one line, and this is i I can feel it like uh, this implementation is much more intuitive and you can understand much better, but this is also a solution. One liner. Python is very famous for its one liner. Okay, now the next I guess we are left with a couple of three questions now. So the next question is remove duplicates while preserving the order. Okay, so what I mean is, let's suppose I have string. Let's suppose it is missi pppi. Okay, so now I have to remove the duplicates. So and I have to also preserve the order. Okay, so m is m repeating? No. We then I, yeah, I is repeating, but we have to just keep the first I, and the rest I, this one will be not included. Then s, yes, s is there, and all the other repeating s we will not take. P we will take it, because first p we will take, and then all the repeatings will be not allowed. Okay, uh, so this is what preserving order. Okay, means m
came first, so M came first. I, then S, then P, then P. It it should not be IMSP. Okay, so we want to preserve the order. Okay, so just give it a try and come back to this question. Okay, so one of the solution that I can think is we can create a, we can say a frequency map. Okay, where we can have a dictionary and we can see a dictionary or something. We can have a set, not dictionary. We can have a set and we can look. Okay, so basically there will be a data structure. Okay, okay, it can be list, it can be set, anything. Why I'm using set? Because set is used for lookup. Okay, in order of one. Okay, so we have a set. First of all, we went with M. Okay, so what we can do is, for we can iterate over the characters. Okay, in S. Okay, S is a string. So we got M. We will look into the data structure. Do we have M there? No, we don't have M. Means M has never repeated. Then we go to I, and okay, we will store that M in the set. Okay, so the set is now with M only. Now we have I. Okay, we go into the set and we look, or whatever data structure we are using. Do you have I there? No. So it will say no. I don't have I. I just have M. So I is also not, till now I is also not duplicated. Then again we went to S. Now our set is containing M and I. Okay. Now I went again to the set and I asked the set, do you have S? No. Set, the reply of set is no. I don't have S. So I will add S there. Okay. Now the set is having MIS. Again we came back to S, and then again I asked to set, do you have S? Then set will say yes, I already have S. It means that this is the first duplicate one and we will not include it. Okay, are you there? Let me just code it, it will be much clear. Okay, we want a result that will be our final result, and we also want a set. Okay, so this is how our set looks like. Okay, so for char in S. Okay, so we get a character if char character not in, sorry, uh, maybe look, we can make it as lookup set. Okay, lookup set, no, lookup set, uh, not in, not in lookup set. Okay, so if our character is not in lookup set, means it is not repeating. Okay, so we will add it in the result. Result dot plus equals to, the char will be added to the result. And if it is not in list, if it is not in the set, in the data structure, we have to also add it. So lookup set dot add the character. Okay, and finally we can print the result. Okay, fine. So just print it. So we got, okay, tuple has no attribute, add, tuple has no attribute, add. Oh, sorry, we include set like this. Okay, this is I made a mistake. So this is how we define a set. Okay, so we have MISP. Let me just explain you again. So we went with first character is M. Okay, now the set is empty. So first character is M. Is M in lookup set? No, because set is empty. So it's not in the set. So in result we will add it. We add M here, and also in set we have added, because if it is not there we have to add it. Okay, so that next time it should appear. Now we went to I, because next character is I. Is I not in lookup set? Yes, I is not there because we just have M in the set. So we will add in the result. In the result we will add it, and in the set also we will add it. Now we went to S. Again, is S in lookup set? No. So we will add it in the result as well as in the lookup set. Then we again went to the fourth character. Okay, S. If character not in lookup set, no, character is in lookup set, because S already is in the lookup set, so we don't have to add to the result, also we don't have to add to the lookup set. Okay, even if you add it, it will not contain, because set only contains the unique value. Okay, and so on. Okay, so you can have a dry run. I tried my best to explain you, but I just generally prefer to explain in whiteboards or drawing tablets, but currently I'm not having it. Okay. Now, most frequent. This is also a good question. Character in a string. So we have to find the most frequent character in a string. Okay. So let's suppose we have a again MISIPPPPI. So which is the most frequent character? Definitely the most frequent character is P, because it is repeating how many times? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 times it is repeating. So this is a question. Please give it a try and then come back to me. So how we can solve this question? We can create a dictionary. Okay. So the dictionary should contain, because the key should be the character and its count, and we have to find the maximum um, the character which is having the maximum value. Okay, simple. So we can create a frequency map here. So this will be a dictionary. And how we fill the dictionary? So definitely you should know the dictionary to solve this question. Okay, I hope you would be knowing it. If you don't know, no problem, just see this question, and once you will explore dictionary you can solve it. So we are moving with character MISS. So first of all we have to check, okay, whether it is alphanumeric or not, because if it is not alphanumeric, I think it's not required alphanumeric or so. So it's fine. It's fine if we don't add alphanumeric also. So let me just how we can update it. Okay, frequency. So this will be our key. Okay, and frequency dot get char and default is 0 and +1. I guess this is how we update the map. Okay. If you're not understanding it, if you just print this frequency, you will understand what I'm trying to say. Let me just clear it. Sorry, let me just clear it. And if I print it, I will get the frequency map 1, 3, 2, 5. P is 5. This is our answer. But if you don't understand 86 line, what it is, a frequency character, this is basically our key. Okay, so MISP, this is the keys. Okay, and keys doesn't duplicate. Okay, so that's why we are sure. Then frequency dot get is similar to this. Okay, if I write frequency A, it's simple. It's similar to uh, frequency dot get. Similar. Okay. The only thing is, if you don't get, if we don't have a key as A in the frequency dictionary, it will give an error. But in this case, it will not give an error. We can also supply a dummy value, which is 0. So what it is doing? First, find, do we have the character in the dictionary? If we have, if we get it, then let's suppose, how I can explain, let me take an example. Okay, so initially, let's see, initially we got M. Okay, the dictionary is empty. For char in s M, we got M, so we created a key as M. Now frequency dot get the character M. Do we have, do we have it? No, because currently we don't have anything in the dictionary. So it will give us, it will supply this default value, that is 0. Okay, and now it will, this whole thing will give us the frequency of it, which is 0, the value of it. So 0 plus 1 1. So now we will store 1 here, because we are encountering it for the first time. Okay, then we got I. Again we went to the dictionary. Frequency character, frequency dot get I. Do we have in this dictionary I? No, we don't have. So this will give us 0. 0 plus 1 1. So, and this is how we update a dictionary. Okay, so frequency, it will be I. We were dealing with I 1. Okay, now same for S. So here we have S. So do we have the frequency dot get for the character? Character is S as for this iteration. Do we have it in the dictionary? No. So it will give us 0. 0 plus 1 is 1 again. Okay. So we got it as S1. We updated the dictionary. Now just focus now. Okay. So we got another S. Now frequency character, which is S, and frequency dot get, and the character is S. So do we have the frequency? Yes. So now it will give us the original frequency, not the default one. Okay, because we have it. So it will give us 1, and we have to just add 1, because we have to increment the numbers, the occurrence of it. So 1 plus 1 2. So now this S will be updated to, it will not create another list, it will not create another key value pair, because in dictionary the keys cannot be duplicated. Okay, the values can be duplicated, but the keys cannot be duplicated, and so on. We will keep on calculating like I, then P, 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 and finally we will get this dictionary. Okay, I think I tried my best to explain you. Okay, so we got this dictionary. Now the thing is, we have to find the max character. It's simple. Max character. Let's create a variable, and we can use max and frequency, because if you see the how max works, if you don't know, I'm maybe you will feel that I'm going a bit faster, because this is not a dictionary or a list or max min sorted kind of masterclass. If you want to learn these things in very depth, I can create some videos for it, but I don't want to waste time of the folks who already know this, because this they have came just for studying string, not dictionary and all. Okay, so you can have some more efforts on your own. Okay, so key is equals to, what will be the key? The key will be the values, because on the basis of value we have to decide which is the max character. Okay, so if we print the max char, we will get the maximum character. Okay, so if I do this, we got P, because P is having maximum number of times. Still, if you don't know about max, max basically calculates the um, greatest value, or the greatest value in any iterable. So it can be list. If you have a list of 1 2 3 4 5, if you pass it to the max, it will give 5, because 5 is the greatest number in the list. Similarly, in dictionary, we are passing the dictionary, and the key is basically on which thing you have to find the greatest. So we have to find it in the values. We don't have to iterate over the keys. Okay, I don't have to find which is the greatest key. What I mean to say is, if I do like this, okay, let me just do like this. Okay, so what I will get, I will get S, because out of MISP, if you arrange it lexically, S is greater. So I don't want like that. I don't want to find the max based on the keys. I want to find on the base of values. So on which key I have to find it? It is in frequency.get that values. Okay, so that's the thing. I think you should study more about max if you don't know about it. Okay, so and let me, I feel very uncomfortable, like I think you are not understanding, so I keep us explaining it. Sometimes it's over. Okay, iterable, and then key is basically a function. Okay, so this is basically the method, the syntax. Okay, you can read about it. So iterable, dictionary is iterable, list is iterable, and the function, because this is a function, frequency.get. So whatever key we will be having, this will give us the values. Okay, so iterable is a sequence like list, tuple, string, dictionary, and key, which is an optional parameter, a function that returns a value that is used for the comparison. In our case, it was value. Okay, please go over the video again if you don't understand this part. Okay. Okay, so let's solve another question, that is capitalize the first letter of each word. So the question is self-explanatory. Capitalize. What is spelling of capitalize? Capit. Oh, sorry. Capitalize the first letter of each word. Okay. So basically, you will be given a string. Let's suppose, welcome to my YouTube channel. Okay. So you have to capitalize the first letter of each word. Please give it a try and come back. Okay. So I'm going to print the solution here. Print string is simple, because we have learned this capitalize. So basically, this methods capitalize the each first character of each word. So this is how it is. But let's suppose someone told you that you don't have to use capitalize method. So it's also, you can do it. So basically, what's the idea is, what I can do is, first of all, I break all the strings into a list. So welcome should be a part of list, to should be a part of list, why should be part of list, YouTube should be part of list, channel and should be part of list, and for each character I will just capitalize each word. Okay, so what we can do is, we can use split. Okay, so we want a list of words. Okay, so it will be, already we have seen this. Okay, string dot split, and we want to split it like just with a space. Okay, so it's fine. Okay, so we don't have to add a key here, okay, or a separator here. Okay, so if I just show you what this mean is, what this will do is words. Okay, so let me just clear this, not clear this, just see. We got a list which is having all the individual words. Now we have to iterate over this and we have to capitalize each, only the first letter. So for word in words, always follow this convention that list should be in plural form and the iterator should be in singular form. Okay, it looks good. Okay, just a small tip. It doesn't matter, but it looks good. Now for each word we have to capitalize it and we have to store it in a string also. Okay, so resultant string, let's make a resultant string as empty. Okay, uh, or you can also use join, but currently I'm not using join. Okay, so what we can do is we have to add something in this resultant string. Okay, so we have to add it, and now we can use the capitalize. Okay, word dot capitalize. Okay, so we are using capitalize and we are storing all the things. Okay, result string. Okay, now if I just print this, what it will print? Okay, it is printing welcome to my YouTube channel, and all the characters are all the first characters are capital, but there is no gap. Okay, there is no space. So what we can do is just do this, or maybe just let it be, and also add, I can say, uh, maybe what we can do is can add a space here. Okay, simple space. So after every word it will add a space, so it will become welcome to my YouTube channel. Okay, as simple as that. But we don't have to use capitalize. Okay, so what, how we can replace it? So for any word, let's suppose we are using welcome. So if you have to make the first word capital, so we have seen in some part, so we will take the first word. Okay, we will take the first word, first character, we will make it uppercase, and we will append to the rest of them, which is ELCOME. So what I meant is, I guess we have already done it. So word 0 plus, or I can say dot upper plus, sorry, plus the rest of that word. Okay, how we can get the rest of the word? Word, we have to take everything till end, but we have to start from one, because if you just consider welcome, okay, so we have already dealt with the zeroth index. Now we have to start from one index to the end, so one to the end. So first we will make it upper, then we will append. So if I give you an example, okay, so it's welcome. So what we have done, first of all, we have made the zeroth index capital. Then we are appending the rest of them welcome. So it comes under the slicing part. So we have sliced the string. Okay. So this is also similar. So if I just print it, welcome to my YouTube channel. As simple as that. Okay. Cool. But you might think that if I am adding extra space at the end, so here there will be also extra space, one extra space. Okay. Okay, so because if you print the length of it, okay, print the, sorry, maybe we can at the end we can print length of it. Okay, print length of string and print length of the resultant string. It should be same. Okay, we have just capitalized the first word, but the length should be same. But this is having one extra space, because at the end every time we are adding some extra space. How we can remove it? Just think about it. We have used it. It's strip, because strip is used to remove the leading and trailing spaces. So we have removed it. So now if I will run it, we will get 20. Sorry. Oh, sorry. So we have to also add strip here, or either we can store that strip in some of the variable, but I'm not storing. See, now we are getting welcome to YouTube channel, and the length of the original string and the resultant string both are same. Okay, so this is how strip, upper, capitalize, split, all these things are useful. Okay, so I guess we are done with lots of things in the string. What we have promised to you in the starting of this video, I have covered lots of things. Okay, so please give it a try. And if I have missed something, please let me in the comment section, because this thing is very vast. Okay, I think there are lots of libraries. Like if this is upper, there can be something other than there's. You can explore it, but it's simple, because wherever you have to use this kind of methods, you have to just write string dot and that method. Okay, so it's simple. Okay, the thing is, you should just know that there is some method. It's not necessary that you should know, okay, al num is something, alpha num is alpha is something, is alpha is something. Not like that. Okay, you should just know that there is some method which do this. You can search it on Google. But if you don't know that this is the capability, if you don't know that there is something called as a split which does my job very easy, it's create a list of all the words with having some separators. So if you don't know this, then you will go with the trivial way. You will do this with for loop, because everything can be done. You don't need this method. But as a Python developer, you should know this. Okay, that's the thing. Okay, I think we have done lots of things. Now I think we have to push this code in GitHub. So if you don't know about it, let me show it. So we have to just Git should be in your system. Okay, so you should install Git. Okay, so I'm doing a Git init. So it's created it initialized a dot git um, file. Okay, if you want to see it, ls.a, so it's hidden. So it shows ls.a list all the files. So we see that we have dot git. Now we have to commit something. Okay, okay, and definitely we don't want to commit this virtual environment. So how we do this? Okay, so we create a dot git ignore. So what this does is it ignores some files that you don't want to commit. Okay, that you don't want to push to the GitHub or Git. Okay, so I will do this. Okay, .venv. So now here, now this file will be ignored. See, initially it was 1K different things. Now it is just 10K. Okay, so you can use VS Code or you can use terminal also. Okay, I'm just using VS Code. So these are all the changes. I want to push this all the changes, and I'm adding a commit message that um, uh, initial commit for string masterclass. Okay, string masterclass. I'm just committing it. Okay, and I'm also publishing the branch. But currently our local git, the commit is in local git. I have not linked this GitHub to my repo. Okay, because I don't have a. Okay, so I have to create a repo. You can just follow these steps. It's simple. Okay, so we have to create a repo. Currently in the repository, I can have create a new repo. I will name it anything, maybe do yeah, Python string masterclass maybe. Yeah, and just create a repo. You can also follow this commands. Okay, so this will commit, this will move to a branch. So let me just add this command, git branch main. Okay, so now I'm in the main branch. See here, you can see we are in the main branch. Now I have to just add a remote so that it will connect to this remote, which is this one. Okay, now I have to just push my code. Okay, either I can do through this or also this. Okay, so let me just push it. So now it has been pushed. So definitely, if I go to my GitHub now, if I will refresh it, I can see the code. I will also share this link with you so that you can take a look at this code. But please first code yourself, create your own repo, compile the code, and please push it to the GitHub. It will be a good experience for you for your upcoming journey. Okay, so that's it. If you like this video, please comment, share, and subscribe. And if you need some other masterclass, or if I had made some mistakes in this video, because it's a huge video, so please apologize. I think you can also add in the comment section that this part was wrong, or if you find something new related to the string library, some questions in your interview which was using some method, or you didn't know about that method and it was good method, then you can add it. I will pin your comment, or I will compile all the informations and I will add into the latest comment and pin it. So that's all. Thank you. Have a nice day. Goodbye.